welcome to Scott's Inverts. The big announcement will be coming just in a couple of minutes time, but I've not been so active on Facebook and we reduced down to only doing one video a week for a few weeks. This is mainly due to Leo up here being diagnosed with hyperextension mobility disorder. So what that is all his joints are separated slightly, but then they've also diagnosed him with Fragile X syndrome, which is almost like autism. In fact, the majority of children with it do have autism as well. What autism means is this little boy just sees the world differently to everybody else. So we've had a bit of time relaxing in the woods, spending a lot of time together and bonding, just purely to understand him a bit better, work out what his needs are, what his wants are, and all the rest of it. He is a proper little boy though, look. But what we'll do now is go back to the spider kitchen, back at Scott's Inverts HQ, and show you what's been going on there. Boom! So we are back at Scott's Inverts kitchen. So yeah, Leo's got Fragile X. What that is basically part of his brain does not produce a certain type of protein. So that can lead to learning difficulties, challenging behaviour, similar to autism, but hand in hand with autism. If a child's got Fragile X, 9 times out of 10 they also have autism. So he's going through all those tests and everything else, but they can stereotype him, they can put these labels on him. His name to us is Leo, and he's absolutely wonderful. So on to the big announcements. Well, can you remember the wooden racking that was over there? Yes, there were also tarantulas that are missing, but we'll come on to that in a second. So we have got rid of that wooden racking in favour of, in fact, let me switch the camera around and we'll video it from just over the other side. So there we go. So instead of having the wooden racking that was up there in the corner, if you remember, this cabinet was actually where the new racking is right now. This racking here is going to be coming down in favour of more of this type of racking. Got snakes up there, we have a gecko there, that there is the assassin bugs, P. Herodia. We have the moss enclosure, all the bioactives down the bottom, and we're going to get more bioactives over there. All the missing tarantulas, I'm going to show you what's happened to them in just 1 second, but in the moss enclosure we've added a few bits and pieces. So the Daemomedius are in there somewhere, but we have taken some more moss. This moss actually come from such a big sheet of moss, it was absolutely mad. Really like took my breath away, the size of moss that came from. We've also added some more hardwood with moss, and we put some pathos in there just to give it a bit more depth of field. But then also we have added some flower beetles. Now, believe it or not, there is about 20 of them in there. Now, as you can see, they've been munching off these pieces of apple all day long. But there's another one. I'll have a little flick under there. There's one of the roaches for the feeding the Daemomedius. There's another one just down there. But they do burrow. So I'm going to cover that little guy back up. But we've added those to Moss World. We put some more pathos over there actually. That one had very good roots on, because if you come down here, it's actually come out of this enclosure. This is the morning gecko enclosure. So there's a pathos growing absolutely crazily good, and it would come all the way down here. And where you see these pieces here, now, oh, there's a good morning gecko. These nodules become roots. So what I did was cut it just there, just after those nodules, and that's the piece, that's the side that went into the ground up here to hopefully root. Now, I've done it in the past in here at the back. That's the morning baby, that's a baby morning gecko as well, and it seemed to take. So we've tried it again in Moss World, so fingers crossed that works out really well. So guys, this is the new raccoon that we've got up. We've got the royal python or ball python common up there. There's a Ridley's cave racer small snake in there. small baby snake. That is going to want a big enclosure when it's older. We have the GBBs are in here, although the male, I'll show you the male. The female is actually hiding behind there. It's all webbed up behind there. There's the male. He's looking a little bit old. He's actually been in there now 2 months, which is absolutely crazy. In there is our pair of tailless whip scorpions, species Malaysia, Carabina liata. What's that one? That is the Cupinus saloi. We have a Karankraken in there. That is a crested gecko. And in there, it's the Violociceps. I have got to change that label because it's not Lampoparma no more. So I do need to change that. Coming across, hey, we all know who that guy is. The morning geckos and such like. So, on to... Boom, guys. So here we are. We have got ourselves a new room. We've hired out a friend's spare bedroom. They're letting us put as many tarantulas and other inverts in there. There's one rack in, more than enough room to get another rack in, and more's going up behind us. Now this is the final product. We have stacked it out from floor to ceiling on this rack in. Fossorials down the bottom, more fossorials, some terrestrials, some arboreals, all sorts. A lot of these are between sort of small juvies to sub-adults. When they become adults, they'll be coming back to Scott's inverts, going into those bioactive enclosures, and possibly pairing, depending on which species it is. But I'm just so excited. Behind me where I'm filming here is actually a double bed, which is being moved out of the room. I have got to paint that back ground. I'm not too keen on the stars. But look, here's just a few of what we've got there. So Robustum, a Sturming Apophysis, Bumangeti, it's a Bohemian, Hamawari, all sorts. So guys, the tarantulas, as I've just said, have literally gone. They're literally like about a minute walk away. So massive thanks to the channel members and people that donate on those lives and on the premieres. Without that, this whole project that's going on here would not be able to happen. We have got so much to do spider-wise now. Going forward, we've got rehousing, we've got pairings, we've got so much for you guys coming up. It is unbelievable. But yeah, I am just literally blown away. It is an absolute dream come true to have another room that's just purely dedicated to spiders. So like I said, going forward, this is going to come down. So we shall do a little video of that on Wednesday to show you guys this racking that's gone up. This racking here is the £33 stuff off Amazon. I think it was 180 long. Each shelf can carry 175 kilograms. So it's a bit stronger than this one, a bit better than this one. So we are going to upgrade this one in time, but it's more important for us to get this one changed out for some more racking, which will be absolutely phenomenal. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to all the channel members and the people that have donated on the lives and the premieres, people that have watched the content as well. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And as always guys, we shall see you again on the next one.